try this again. See if this works now. I had my stand set up. I had everything kind of set up. Let's see if this works. I connected with my phone this time, and we're back. So now I'm using my phone hotspot because I'm like, screw it. Let's see if that works. Hey, Cheryl. What I was saying was before that live I got bad Wi-Fi connection, which now that kind of sucks because I have to do work in the hotel that I'm in. Danny, what's going on? I was saying that I was at an event and I was very busy, so I meant to go live. I actually was with Kyle at the event, and Kyle was going to go live with me, and then one thing after another. I'm at a hotel, Cheryl. And yeah, I agree with you. Hotel Wi-Fi is garbage. Newer is in the chat. The newer chef. Anybody that is interested, does that video already came out? So newer, I cooked with a all-in-one induction cooktop. Guys, if I'm like slow, it's because I am exhausted. It was a long weekend and I got burnt. I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's embarrassing because I was wearing my hat like this all day, and I want to show this, but it's embarrassing. So yeah, that's the line. That's my burnt line right there. I think the camera's picking it up. It was no bueno. Newer, thank you. No need to plug us. You're just big fans. I appreciate you. Big fan of your product. That's what I'm a big fan of. I'm sending you some sunblock. I was not ready for the sun today. And I actually put some on. True story. I got kernels. I was eating popcorn earlier. What's up, TM? I'm good. I'm just tired. I got a wrap. I got a pre-made wrap from Whole Foods, and I'm going to eat that, and then I'm going to go to bed. Simple as that. A says hi. Hi, A. Probably not going to be a lot of people on because I'm doing this 9:30 p.m. local time, Pacific Standard Time on a Sunday. So probably not going to get a lot of people on here right now, and that's okay. I just told you guys that I was going to go live every Sunday, and I didn't think it was going to be this late, but such is life. So I'm sticking to my word. 12:30 in Brooklyn. Yeah, it is late over there. Eastern Standard Time. It's 12:30. It's actually now Monday morning on the Eastern Seaboard. 12:32 in Virginia. Same time zone. I went to an event over the weekend. It was really good. I got a lot of content for all of you. Can't wait to go home. Glacier is not with me, but she's being really well cared for by 2 sitters. I got her 2 sitters because she deserves the best. TM says, how is your build going on your truck? It's good. The Super Pacific is coming in next month, and it's going to be installed on the truck, and I feel like I'm going to spend a lot of money over the next week to 10 days. I have a lot of appointments with companies and whatnot, and yeah, we're going to spend some money. I need a heater. I need a heater for the truck because I am, I get cold. I need a heater. Daytona Beach Bike Week, that's a mouthful, was crazy. 2 biker gangs got, that's not good. That's not good. Although one of my favorite shows of all time was Sons of Anarchy. Nikki did a great job on the truck. I should take a look. I agree. Nikki did do a great job in the truck. I'm going to be doing things a little differently than she did, but she did do a great job, and I hope to go camping with her in the future. I do, but she did a good job. She has a what I think she got a Go Fast camper, right? And mine's a Super Pacific, so I'd love to do like a side by side comparison between the two. I think that'll be fun. What do you guys think? Tell me in the comments so I can take a screenshot of it and I can send it to Nikki to be like, we should do a video together comparing the two. So I'm gonna do that right now. There it is. Well, now it says that. So we'll do that. Okay. Hey Jonathan. I usually don't tell people exactly where I am. So but I'm headed home. I can tell you that. I am currently in the state of California. Let's see. How is Shaden Valentine? Is he still building? So, TM, good question. I actually have spoken to Shaden recently. He is still building mothership vans. He had a couple speed bumps that he had to get over. And he's also he's involved with, I don't know how to put that, with the space campers, which is the campers for Cybertrucks that they're making. So let's just say we will probably have a video with Shaden and his newest van really soon, as well as hopefully some sort of space camper like in the Tesla truck, which would be really, really, really fun. Hope you make it home safe. Thank you. Can you tell us next week? Can I tell you what next week, Christina? Don't forget to like the video. Thank you, TM. Big ones. He will land on his feet. Yeah, he will. Where is Glacier? Glacier, I left her at home. She's with two people. It was not going to be a very long trip, so I was like, yes. The place I went didn't allow dogs. I'll just put it that way. So it was either I take her with me and I find a local sitter, or I leave her at home where she's comfortable and I have somebody watch after her at home. And it was better off doing that because she's comfortable in her own home. And she also is very comfortable with the sitters, I should say, that were there with her. So she's doing great. I've gotten videos, I've gotten photos of her. She's doing great. One of the sitters, the one that watches her during the day, she loves this person so much. So I got a long 1 minute video of the two of them playing, and it's like the cutest thing ever. So we got that going for us. Big ones as in the speed bumps. Keon is building a new trailer too. Yeah, he is. I think I haven't really talked to him about it. I know that a lot of it has to do with clients. Does he have clients lined up or whatever? Like, there's a lot of interest in those trailers, but you gotta have people that want to sign up for it. What content you got coming up? Yeah, I mean, I got tours coming out every Thursday. I've got my vlogs are coming back of any travels that I do. I got a fun like rooftop tent versus a van vlog coming out. I've got I got a travel vlog coming out. So the vlogs come out on Monday. What's coming out? There's a video coming out tomorrow, and I got to remember which one it is. Give me a second. I can look it up. But yeah, a lot of good stuff. I'm about the vlogs, you guys are probably about like 2 weeks behind me, which is great because I like being that far ahead. It's fun. Oh yeah. I went to I went to the Portland Auto Show and I vlogged it. And then I also installed a part for my truck for the camper. So that will come out tomorrow. And then Thursday's tour video is of actually the company shirt that I'm wearing right now, Rome Rest. They are awesome. And they make mattresses and they do mattresses for RVs and vans and buses, and they do cushions, they do couch cushions. So they do great work. So that video is coming out, and then I think the vlog after that is, I think that's the 17th. So that is a travel vlog that I did that I did some traveling before, and then it'll be an event vlog after that. Are there any websites that rent vans? Yeah, Outdoorsy is probably the number one go-to um like rental website. Outdoorsy, let's see, Outdoorsy, you like, I don't know how to search it properly, but I would class B. I don't know. I'd have to go onto the site to see like what you want to rent or like style. But you might have to do like, it might take a little minute to figure out which one to rent, which one you want to rent. But Outdoorsy is probably the best place to rent. Is it RV Share? That might be another one. But Outdoorsy is, I've heard it's super easy. I think I'm actually signed up with them now. I'm just reading over some more questions here. I have so many people wanting builds. It's hard to turn away many, sadly. Well, that's a good thing to have. Abby's linked up with the van building company, which is dope. Will you tour any of the new ones with her? Yeah, I will. I'll tour anything. Yeah, me and Abby are. Yeah, I actually spoke to her recently. Abby's great. Abby is with Rogue Vans. That's who's doing her builds. The Luna, they're calling the Luna builds. Yeah, I have no problems with Abby. She's awesome. Very smart girl, that Abby. Oh, like I said, this isn't going to be a long one because it's like approaching 10 o'clock. I am going to eat my food. I got some popcorn here. And we're going to go to bed. And then more traveling. More traveling. I got a video I got to do the next couple of days for something else. So that should be fun. On the road diet. Yeah. Whole Foods popcorn. That'll do it. You should do a box truck U-Haul build. Mark, I like where your head is at. I agree with you. I absolutely should. If you guys haven't already, you should check out my buddy Finn. He owns a company called Foundation Vehicles. Foundation Vehicles is interesting because you can now buy a pretty much like an empty, it's like a Mercedes chassis, but it's a box. It's a box truck, but it's on a Mercedes chassis. Soon we'll be becoming a Transit and a ProMaster, but it's a box, so it's square. There is no curvature of any vans. So it'll give you all of the like van things that you want, but it's easy to build in being inside of a box. So it's like a U-Haul, but a way better chassis and motor, right? So and they're brand new. They're not like decommissioned U-Haul trucks. And you can get them in all-wheel drive or 4x4, whatever. So that's what Foundation Vehicles is, and I think that's a great opportunity for people to build, to get like do crazier things with their building. whether it's professionals or DIYers, it doesn't matter. I think that's going to be a really good opportunity for good people. So I can't wait to see more with that. Yeah, it's going to be fun. And I just had a realization just now about something that I need to actually call Finn. Foundation Vehicles. Ancient Carbon Maps. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Nomad Brad has a U-Haul box truck build for sale. Interesting. Well, enjoy your night. It took me a second. Bowl in bed for me. That's hilarious. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I don't do that, but great. I would take an edible if I had one. Bowl in bed. I don't think I've ever heard that. I'm just kind of goofy now. I do have to download my content. Oh, I need to send emails. I got to do like work stuff right now. Crapola. My build is done this fall. Cheryl, are you Cheryl? Wow. Are you doing the build or is a builder doing the build? I don't remember because I know you come in here all the time and I appreciate you. I just don't remember. I'm sure you told me before. Builder. Do you want to say which builder? Is it through Rogue? Is it a Luna? Because you were so like you were talking about it, so maybe it is a Luna. I don't know. What do you think of? No, not a Luna. What do you think of what's a knee ProMaster super high roof? What's a knee ProMaster? NEE. I'd like one, but people say ProMaster isn't good as Mercedes and Transit. I honestly, this is probably one of the most popular questions, like which van to go with, and it's kind of like a matter of opinion at a certain point. I've talked about this. I think even in lives, I think um, the ProMasters are great in their own right. It depends. Like if you're gonna do like serious off roading, you don't want a ProMaster. They're just the ground clearance isn't high enough. It's a front wheel drive. It's more prone to getting stuck than the rear wheel drive or an all wheel drive van. Uh, TM, I'll answer you in a second. So there's just a lot of different pros and cons when it comes to ProMaster versus Sprinter. Or even Transit for that matter. It's hard. I don't know what I would buy if I was to buy one right here, right now, and I was to build it out. I don't know personally which one I lean more Sprinter because it's just a well-oiled machine and they drive like a dream. But it comes with a price tag. It comes with maintenance costs. It comes with a bunch of headaches that I don't know if I want to deal with. But it's also a Mercedes at the end of the day, so I have to either accept that or I have to possibly build something else. Oh boy, Kirby, Kirby, what are you doing, man? I was just with you. TM, do I have a girlfriend? No, I don't. I don't. I don't. But always interested in exploring that. Just I'm so busy with life, and I'm a pain in the ass. Like I know that, and I know that I might, yeah. I think I'm a good boyfriend. I know I'm also a pain in the ass. I really like. Let's call a spade a spade. So the answer's in my email, Cheryl. It probably is, and I haven't caught up in any of my email. I am so sorry. I will catch up to you. I promise at some point. Why no more gutted? I wish I had a good answer for you. And Kirby asked before why no more gutted. Kirby said, "What is my favorite tour of the day?" Kirby, obviously, it was Tammy. Obviously, I would say that was my most fun of the day. You know what? You know what? You know what tour that I really liked today was the one from Van Dam. That big Kirby. I think you saw it. The big like ambulance or fire truck. Yeah. Why no more gutted? I think it was a budget reason, Christina. I think it was more of like they just didn't have the funding, they didn't have the sponsorships. I think it was the coolest show ever. I think somebody should do another one, and I'm here for it. I think they should edit it slightly differently. But I have a lot of opinions about gutted, and a lot of them I'll probably just keep to myself. Super High Roof ProMaster. I think those are great. There's a company called Nuvo, and that's what I thought you were saying, TM, was they're building on a Super High Roof ProMaster, Noovo, I think, Nuvo. They're cool. I think they're the super high roofs. I actually think they're high enough that you can put an elevator bed and even walk underneath it. I'm not sure though. I'm not sure. I'd have to do more research on that. Sprinter for me. I agree. I mean, again, I think the 144 Sprinter is one of the most perfect vans. But there's a lot of people out there that love those 170 Sprinters, and there's nothing wrong with that. I don't like bigger vans personally. Nouveau inside is 7 feet tall. You're right there. Jared, we need to catch up. Dude, Art. Yeah, we do. Are you okay, Art? Where the heck are you? Art, this is weird to ask you in a live, but are you available tomorrow? Can I give you a call? Reply in the chat. You can walk underneath it. Ah, I see. Underneath the bed in the Nuvo. Cheryl, why are you trying to call me out like that? Well, Cheryl, I hate to say this, but Art is a good friend, and not that you're not, but Art has my number, so he could actually text or call me at any point. Hi, Kara. Don't be a pain in the ass. I know. I really shouldn't be a pain in the ass, TM. I agree. Patty's Art in a Van. That's a cool name. That is a cool name. Hi, Jared. I saw you on Chrome's vid. Oh, hi, Patty. Chrome is awesome. People that don't know who Chrome is, that's Van City Van Life. I'm trying to keep up with that guy. He's so cool. I can't wait to see his van and what he does with it, and his new Sprinter. And I'm proud of him. Him and I I think started YouTube right around the same time. So to see our growth kind of together, it's been a really cool experience for me, and hopefully for him as well. Can you answer my question? I'm trying to be I'm sorry, John P. I didn't see your question before, but sounds good. I'll scroll back up. Yeah. Well, I don't have the answer for you on that one, John P. Sorry. Did you reach out to Brent? I did check in on him. Thank you, TM. I actually spoke to him. He is doing well, and he is still building. He's got a new van that it's going to take a little while to get kind of situated and going, but it's from what I understand, it's going to be like, what's the word I'm looking for? But not new age, but very innovative. So when it's done, then I'm excited for that to kind of share with you guys when it does happen. I was supposed to see him and I didn't, unfortunately, but it's okay. Christina, you are correct. That's exactly what they are. I was ignoring the question because it was kind of a silly question that they were just trying to get a rise out of anybody in the chat and me. Is RVIA certification important for custom van upfitting? No, it's not. And I thought it actually was, but I talked more with my friend Jeremy from Outpost Vans, and the RVIA certification comes down to it comes down to a lot of things, but it's more so for checking in at campsites. A lot of campsites won't take a van unless it's RVIA certified, but I have never heard of any campsite turning a van down. Now, campsites do turn down schoolies, and that's a lot harder to be RVIA certified. But the vans will never be turned down from any campsite, I believe. You know, Cheryl, why you gonna be like that? Um, you can, Cheryl, you can get insurance on like a builder, like the builder that is doing your build. I'm sure if they give you an invoice, you can just go and get a. They don't have to be RVIA certified, but and it's also like a lot of builders. It costs a lot of money to be RVIA certified, so that's why a lot of builders don't go down that route. Three best advice statements for someone who is planning on living in a van soon. Curious on what people have said to you in the past or with tours. Three best advice statements. I don't know if I have like three best ones, but I would say patience is a big one. I would say let's see, I'm trying to think of others, but patience, because you want to be like patient, like that covers a lot of different things. And what I mean by that is like, I remember when I was full time, like I took so much time looking for where to park and how to park. Like that was my biggest thing. Um, I think there's a society right now, we are like everything needs to be done right here, right now, yesterday. And it's like if we just take a breath and it's like, okay, we can go to this place wherever that may be, and it's still going to be there in a week from now, a month from now, or whatever, then it's okay to kind of take a breath and just be patient. Um, if you have a bad night in the van, especially early on, then that's not going to define your van life. I had my first week was horrendous and I thought that I was going to hate it and I thought I was going to try and get out of it. And I pushed through and I loved it. I loved every second of it. But let me think more about that as well. You bought an ambulance to do van life. John, you are an interesting cat. That's why I didn't read the rest of yours out loud, because I knew that you've already made some comments that I was like, I don't need to read the rest of yours out loud. But if that is true, I wish you the best, and I hope you take care of yourself. I do. I really do hope that. Can you tour shuttle bus? I've done one in the past. There's nothing wrong with them. I've definitely toured either one or two in the past. I've tried to also break up my playlists on my channel, so like the shuttle bus should be under buses, under whatever playlist says buses. So check that as well. And yeah, yeah. Um, and I just thought about that. Like I need to do a couple more tiny houses. Sean, what do I think of step van conversions? I love them. If you're looking to not go off-roading, if you're looking for like a true tiny house on wheels that you can roll from city to city, and either park in the city or park on the streets, or maybe like small dirt roads, like not going off-roading, I love a step van. I want to do a step van. I think they're easy to work on. They can run, depending on the motor, depending on the make, they can run a really long time. They're meant to do stop and go because they're delivery trucks. I think they're fun. I think they're great. They just have a really low ground clearance, but if you can get around all those things, then I think they're kind of cool. What do you think of harvest host passes and national park pass? I mean, a national park pass is a must. If you're going to be in a van or traveling in any type of vehicle, it's a must, because after you visit like two parks, it's worth it. You just made your money back. The harvest host is a hit or miss. I don't have one. My brother's used it before. I think there's enough. free land to park on, government land that you can kind of get away with. But I do know a lot of people that travel often across the country and back and up and down, whatever, and they do have harvest hose, and it is nice. Obviously, these when you from the other side of harvest hose, the person that is hosting, they technically you don't have to like pay them, but you have to like kind of tip them, or you have to like, so there is money involved, or you have to buy their goods. It's kind of like part of the deal. So it's cool, but yeah, it depends on how you want to play it. You want to live van life so bad, but I don't want to give up my apartment. Well, you don't have to. Yeah, you can. You like I know most people I know, they do a week at a time, weekends, a month at a time. I mean, I'm about to do a 6 week trip in my truck, and I will have an apartment the whole time. Um, there's nothing wrong with having both. I think that it was frowned upon, or it's looked down upon by some people, but I don't know why they would do that. I think everybody should get out and travel more, and I think that you can have both. I don't see why that's a problem. You said you want also you said you want to start with an old Transit Connect. You never tore minivans. Yeah, I mean I've definitely I built one. I built a Ford Econoline. I've definitely toured a Ford Transit Connect as well. I think I've done two, and I've also done some car camping tours. Um, they're out there. You'd have to dig pretty deep in my tours to see those. How about just doing, yeah, a Patty's van life? Exactly. I can like I just weekends are great. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Cheryl says she suggests having an emergency fund for going full-time van life. That's actually a really good suggestion. The emergency fund would actually, just in case you do need to stay in a hotel because of something that would happen to the van, and you need to put yourself up for a couple nights or a week or something like that because your van is getting fixed, or maybe an animal ran out and you hit a buck by accident, and you have some front end damage, you have to fix that. So that is a really good suggestion. You're in upstate New York, and I'm a newbie doing research for a custom build. Enjoy your content. Thank you so much. Desert Desert Heat. I'm learning travel the country with my Range Rover in a tent. Wow, that's pretty cool. You're almost ready for a van. I love to see it. Love to hear it. I'm not giving up my place, but I'm on the road all the way. Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think in a perfect world, I think people would love to have their own like land, right? And then maybe have like a tiny house or whatever on there. Especially the people that are in the van life world, they want like that, and then they want, then they can have like a really cool rig to travel in. I think that would be my dream. I would love to have like a place in a city that I would call home, right? And then I'd have like maybe the place up in the mountains because I'm more of a mountain lake kind of guy, not an ocean guy. And I'd have like my rig to go and travel in. I think that would be the perfect world. I'm not there financially. Am I working towards it? Yeah. But I think a lot of people in the chat and in life are working towards those similar goals. So I think there's a way to get all of that. If that's what I want, and I'm sure I can get there eventually myself. Oh boy, I got to catch up with all you guys here. Do you know any van building company in the tri-state area? I'm looking to apply to a company and work building vans, or any advice on getting work building vans. Vinny, where are you again? Upstate New York? Is that the tri-state area? Which one's the tri-state area? I should know this, and I'm so sorry I don't. Now I'm blanking on what the tri-state area is. Sorry. Now I'm Googling it. And somebody's probably going to yell at me in the comments. Okay, I did think it was New York, New Jersey, and Connecticut. Um, yeah, go to check out Live a Little Vans. They're out of Connecticut. And then I think these guys don't like me too much because I kind of ragged on them a little bit. But Brooklyn Camper Vans are in New York. You can check out them as well. Any experience with van builders is great. Those are really the only two that are coming to my mind right now. You can also do a search on like van builders in your area, like Google search that. You can also check out Explore Van X. They have a Rolodex of builders, and they actually will give you like addresses and contact number or email or not websites and stuff like things like that. So you can check them out. A lot of these builders are hiring right now because we're about to hit the busy season. March, April, May is when it gets really busy, and they're busy all through the summer. So something to definitely consider. I love how you guys are having conversations in here because it helps me. New Jersey. So the places I named, Vinny, obviously were New York and Connecticut, and you're down in New Jersey. Yeah, I'd look up van builders close to you, and I'd check out that other Explore Van X page. Christina, you're not wrong. I'm Canadian, and I knew the tri-state area. Kate, why are you gonna be like that? Kate does nature. Very cool. I had an idea. I'm also exhausted, but I was like, am I going to look like an idiot if I think the tri-state area is not New Jersey, New York, and Connecticut? And then I looked like an idiot because I said I don't know the tri-state area, so it didn't really matter. I've been to Brooklyn Camper Vans, and they were having a raffle. A raffle? What kind of raffle? Bought my van in LA, shipped across country to a builder. Interesting. Is there any good EV Sprinter vans you recommend for van life? Well, an EV Sprinter van is its own van. Is there a good one? No, I don't think EV vans in general are ready for van life. However, there's a company called Grounded RVs. I think they're out of Michigan, and they are I think they're using the GM chassis, the EV GM chassis, and I think that the GM, the company, makes a really good EV product with the Silverado. I know that was kind of like a really big circle, but I think it's good. I think it's going to be good. I think the range is going to be good, but that's what they're having trouble with is the range in these EV vans. So like the Sprinter gets like 120 miles, and that's just not good enough for what van life is, which is travel. Um, I think the Transit's right around there, and I have no idea what it is with the weight in the van either, because when you start adding weight, that takes your charge down. So I think we're still a little ways away, but we're close, unless Grounded RVs has figured that out. New Jersey does have Humble Road, but I think Humble Road is a one-person show. George, I believe, and I believe he just does it all himself. But you emailed him and he wasn't hiring, right? Okay, so that makes sense. New York City here was disappointed in you. Sorry. Raffle for some small items to show off their builds. Jared, what do you think of a mini splits for ACs? I think, Vinny, good question. For people that can't afford cruising comfort. Okay, I think if you were to have like a bus or if you were to have like a tiny house, I think a mini split is great. I just think that mini splits for vans, you don't want to do it because it's too much. It's way too much power. Way, 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 way too much power. It'll eat up your entire battery bank in 2 hours. So efficiency wise, it's not ready. It doesn't make sense. And efficiency wise, and yeah, and just also like the size of a mini split. Those condenser fans are massive. Honestly, the thing that stinks about what you said was the Cruise and Comfort is a mini split. It's just a low voltage mini split. So that's why, because it's another like Panasonic or another company mini split. Those are 120 volt, and that's why it eats up so much power. The amperage is just way too high. I don't find custom builds to be. Am I reading that right? I don't find the custom builds to be more money than those overpriced cookie cutter vans uh, off the lot. You get to design and do your needs. Would you agree? I don't know if I'm reading it correctly. So you don't find the custom van builds to be more money than those overpriced cookie cutter vans. So like a custom van builder or like a Winnebago, is that what you're asking? Desert Heat? You don't find them to be much different? And would I agree? If that's what you're asking, I want to just clarify that that's what you're asking, and then I'll answer that. Cruise and Comfort, it is expensive. It is expensive, but it's worth every penny. And also, like there are some cheaper options on the Cruise and Comfort. You can go with a smaller Cruise and Comfort, and it might not be as efficient, but it'll be good. I don't know. I don't own vans. I'm getting ready to start my fourth. That's cool. I have an EcoFlow Delta Pro with extra battery, 800 watts solar. I think of Valette. Am I saying that right? Valette is making one that goes under the bench, and I was checking out. You were answering the AC thing. Yeah, you can check out the Valette as well. They are making I don't know if they're making it under the seat one, but they do a good low voltage one. Yes, okay, that's what you were asking. That's what I was waiting for you to answer. What do I think of Blue Eddy and the electrical system? I would think EcoFlow. I just would go EcoFlow, just personally. But I would do the EcoFlow power kit. The portable power stations are great. I think Blue Eddy as a portable power station is great, but a full-on electrical system, I'd probably do a EcoFlow power kit if that's what you're looking for. If you're looking for simple plug and play. Desert Heat, they are a massive difference between a custom van builder and a cookie cutter Winnebago or big name brand. Massive, massive, massive difference. Materials for the most part, the Winnebagos of the world, and I'm just using them as an example. The Winnebagos of the world use very cheap materials. They're like all they care about is their bottom dollar. They don't care about the quality of the work. Now, with that said, you have to really vet your custom builder to see if they're doing the same thing. So it's important to find out how they're building the cabinets. Are they using particle board? If they're using laminates, what are they laminating? Are they laminating bamboo? Are they laminating Baltic birch? Are they laminating particle board? Are they just screwing in IKEA furniture for that matter? So that's what it is like at a Winnebago. It's like they're kind of like just screwing in IKEA furniture. No BS. And that is going to wear and tear, and they're very brittle over time. Whereas a custom van builder, they spend the time, they do it right, and they use everything's like marine wiring, marine electrical. Everything's built to last. So your return on your investment is there more so than a cookie cutter Winnebago. If that answers all of your questions, I hope it does. Ancient carbon maps. The answer there, the best the best comfort and AC for comfort and energy efficiency is always going to be Cruise and Comfort. There's not even going to be anybody close that can come close to them. It is a pain to install. It is expensive, but again, there's nothing better on the market, and there won't ever be. And it's because Chris, the owner of Cruise and Comfort, is the biggest nerd, and I'm meaning this in the best way possible. He's the biggest nerd when it comes to air conditioners and getting the parts right. New to RVing, planning a solo trip to Alaska next year. That's awesome. Taurus. I like that name because I am a Taurus. Any safety issues? Some say it's not safe. Nah, it's fine. Where are you going? Alaska. Yeah, I think you should be fine. I mean, some people carry. I don't think that you're going solo. I think that a lot of people online kind of accentuate the uh not safeness things, but I don't hear as many horror stories as what's online. Um, I think it's good to have safety precautions, but I don't think it's as bad as what everybody. I think it's good to be safe, obviously, but just be prepared. And if I always tell people to follow their gut, you know, make sure if you don't feel right in a situation, get out of it. I mean, that goes for life, but like if you're like rolling up to a campsite and there's some shady people there that you just don't feel comfortable with, cut bait and get out. Like I've done it. I've done it. I've been like I've parked on a street and I'm just like it gives me an eerie feeling. And maybe the eerie feeling is nothing, but if you don't feel right, then you're gonna lose sleep over it. Just bounce. Just bounce. Let me go back up here and see what these comments are about. Here, give me 1 second. If I miss your guys' comment, then just try and write it again if I forget it. Sorry for all the questions. Don't be sorry. You're excited to talk. So thank you. Thank you, Vinny. I appreciate it. No, don't be sorry. It's all good. If I can hopefully answer all the questions, I would love to. Oh crap. I will cut to the chase. Got it. Let's do this, Desert Heat. I want an awesome loaded van custom made. Can I get that for yeah. Yes. And I mean awesome loaded inside and out, 144 4x4 uh for for when I take it to the mountains. I'm trying to think who would be the best builder that could do it for that price. We're talking 350, 375 is a fantastic budget. Um Yeah. Oh my Desert Heat. There's a lot of that's a you're looking at a 200 and probably $80,000 budget for a build. Yeah. I know Cheryl's gonna get mad at me here, but email me at info@jaredtancha.com and I will send you a really good list of people that you can go and check out. Let me see here. Oh my god. I have to catch up to everybody because I want to see what he says. I will. Thank you. Okay. Me. Why are smaller van homes do not have proper bathrooms? Are they not necessary to just take too much space? Yeah, that when you're in a van, trust me, you don't have much space to work with, and sometimes you have to sacrifice things. So proper bathroom would be it. Can build Abby's van for that price. She's got a best layout, hands down. Yeah, I love that layout. It's not for everybody, obviously, because people will have different things. But I do love her layout. It's phenomenal. Um, I mean, I can go down the list. Also, where would you want your builder to be? Desert Heat. Do you have a preference on location on where your builder is? If not, it doesn't really matter always. But Cheryl, I will get to your email. I need to find your email and just email you. Now I feel bad. I'm not going to email you back tonight because I'm exhausted and it's 10:20 at night. You like West Coast builders. I can go the entire West Coast. And these are just all my friends and people I trust. So we'll start down south and I'll work my way north. I think there's some great Colorado builders too, by the way. Let's see. You've got Outpost fans. Jeremy is. I mean, also, but what's your style? What's your look? What do you want to look for? You want like adventure style? But oh yes, Colorado. Okay, Ross Monster, one of the best builders out there, in my opinion. Boulder camper vans. They're good. They're also out in Colorado. Outpost is in Southern California. Um, Rogue vans. I heard something. Jeremy said something to me today. If a builder isn't 6 months wait list, then you want to find out why. And I thought that was a really good point. Like if they're not booked up for 6 months, and they claim to be one of the best builders, and they say we can get you in quicker. If you're one of the best builders, you're going to have a 6 month wait list, at least minimum. Do you like drifter vans? I think they are more a fluffy interior, not seeing great off-road ones. I don't know much about drifter vans. I don't know much about them. I have to take a look at them. Abbey's was aesthetically beautiful. Very dope layout. A lot of Abbey fans in my chat today. Do you think more women have bathrooms in chat? Yeah, I do. I do. I think. I mean, I think it's actually probably close. I mean, I like to have a bathroom. I do. I like the idea of like a convertible shower, like something I can convert just for like emergency purposes. But I hardly shower in vans. Yeah, well, it's a six. It'll be like 6 to 9 months, and that's when they start. And it's probably going to take another. It could take anywhere between 3 to 6 months. So you're looking at probably a year before you get one. If you were to like pull the trigger right now and get it done. Tiny Planet, they're good. They're good as well. Nomadic Customs. I work a lot with Nomadic Customs. OVP does good work too. Benchmark Vehicles. Benchmark Vehicles is probably out of budget. Benchmark Vehicles is probably out of budget. Yeah. I made her famous. She made herself famous. She was good. She was really good. What's happening? A trailer like the ones you're showcasing on Keon's on the new life goals. Yeah, they're great. Keon does a great job. Deserty, don't quit asking questions. What did they? I want to see what Taurus replied with. I got a custom build warning. My builder did not give me proper contract, just a 2-line invoice, and that caused a lot of issues. Make sure you have solid paperwork. Great suggestion by Taurus. Desert Heat. I don't. I think that's a great advice. Excuse me. Late night from Chattanooga, dude. It's late over there. I think it's important to have a full-on contract, read it over, have your lawyer read it over, whatever you want to do. I think having everything written out, and I think any builder that doesn't have a solid contract isn't really a very like a high-end build, right? You want somebody that's going to be like, all right, this is what we're going to do. Here's all your line items. This is what we're getting. You're investing a lot of money. If you're going to be dropping 350 into 375 into a van build, then you want to do it right. So I can probably get you in touch with some people. I want commission on this though. I want these people to give me commission. I don't get anything ever, guys, for hyping up my friends. I don't even know. Whatever. Vinny, where's Glacier? She's at home right now. I'm traveling a little bit. I'm gonna be back with her soon. Don't you worry. And she has 2 sitters. I mentioned that in the beginning of the video. She's doing great. Don't worry about her. I'm at 54 minutes. I was not expecting to go this long. Crap. 80/20 is too expensive or it's expensive. I want to build with it. I know TM, I'm not a big fan of 80/20. I'm gonna be honest with you. You're disappointed. OVP has a great presence online. OVP has like 50,000 on Instagram. What do you mean? They have a great presence. They're killing it. Wow. I want to put a hole in the floor and use a doggy bath. Yeah. Who makes that? There is a company that makes like a big thing in the back. Oh man, is it Agile? I forget what company makes that. I've seen them though. I've seen them. You don't desert heat. You don't have to tip me. It's not your job to tip me. It's the builders. They should be giving me commission. Is anyone getting commercial? Really? You're getting commercials during the live? I'll have to cut. I'll have to try and stop that. I apologize. That's not freaking cool. They should do that after my live. Really? I am so sorry that you guys are getting that. I'll take off monetization if that's the case. From now on, I won't monetize my lives until after. That sucks. If that's what YouTube is doing, I won't do that to you guys. I'm sorry. Patty's art in a van. That they are doing that, guys. I am so because it does say, "Do you want to monetize?" But I'm like, yeah, sure, but I won't do it if you guys are getting commercials during my live. That's not cool. You're catching my live. Why would I want to do a commercial in the middle of it? That's not fair. So, all right, it's good to know. I will make sure that I don't do that. I know you can skip them after 5 seconds, but still, I feel bad. You guys shouldn't have to deal with that. You have premium, so you don't get them. Well, that's good. It's on my. You're on my. I'm on your TV, man. I'm probably huge on your TV. My face. If you were to YOLO and just move where wherever from New York, what company would wait? What? What? If you were to YOLO, you only live once, and just move wherever from, and is that NY, New York? What company would you work at building vans? Or what? Oh, in the New York area, like what companies? Oh, and just go and move and go work for what company? Um, it's hard because like it would be who do I want to work for, and also where do you want to live? Like the three major cities that have the most builders for high end are San Diego, Portland, the whole Pacific Northwest, San Diego, like Portland, Seattle area, and Colorado. So those are the three major places that have like big time van builders. Obviously, there's builders all over the country. Florida has some builders, Tennessee, the Carolinas, sure. Then there's like Vegas and Arizona and other places, Central California. But for the most part, those three places have like a lot of builders. So decide if you want the mountains of Colorado, the Pacific Northwest climate, or sunny San Diego. Then that was yeah. After that, then I could maybe decide. SJ, the custom van build industry is so interesting to me and competing yet all seem so cool with each other. Very unusual in other industries. Yes and no. Yes and no. As as an insider, me that sees it from a different angle, then they are. I would say there's probably 90% coolness, and then there's a lot of BS talking behind the scenes. And there's definitely a lot of I scratch your back, you scratch my back, we're gonna help each other out. There's a lot of that. There is a lot. timed out. I am timed out. I should go to bed, but it's interesting. That's a good point that you see it, that you guys see it from that point of view. Who wouldn't want to live there? I agree. Outpost Vans, see if they're hiring. Sandy Vans and Rogue Vans, I think, are both hiring right now. Sandy Vans is a great company. I like Sandy Vans, but they I think are both hiring right now. I do not like working for people, Cheryl. Make am I? I'm going to say this wrong, but Mako Blitz. What do I think the next big thing about after van life, overlanding, tiny houses, boat life, something else? I actually think all of the above. I think they're all kind of just blowing up in their own means, right? Overlanding, I absolutely love. I love the idea of camping in a tent and then taking a truck out into further places than a van can go. I think tiny houses are fantastic, and I absolutely see that being a thing happening in the future. I think people living on boats is so cool and loving that. I think um, there's going to be a lot of things that are coming up. The traditional stick and bricks houses are always going to be a thing, but there's going to be a conversion of things. There's going to be, the next biggest thing. I don't know, but maybe something that's going to be more obtainable or more affordable. So we'll see. Diesel or gas, diesel, in my opinion. That's probably the only reason why I'd go with a Sprinter. The crawl they wouldn't they your friend said it won't be good for crawling around and sightseeing for days off grid. Um, I don't know. I don't agree with that actually. I think they are good for crawling around. I think they're just expensive. But the power and torque from a diesel is great. I also think the diesel engine lasts longer. Ithaca, New York is very cool. Upstate New York is fantastic. Well, they also the diesel heater, yes, but they also make a gas heater as well. S Bar makes a gas heater as well. But guys, I'm gonna call it a night. I'm going to bed. It is 10:30 my time. I've been on this thing for an hour. Was not expecting that. I hope to go. I will be going live next Sunday, and I have my new days for vlogs are out on Mondays, and my tours are out on Thursdays. So please go check those out and obviously do all the things. I have not posted on my other channels, but the other channels are coming. The Built by Touch, when I start building again, as well as the podcast, will be all coming in the very near future. I've got some really good interviews lined up for that as well. So, guys, you guys are awesome and you guys are great. And thank you again for this amazing live stream. And we will see you next week.